Morning. You're joining me in the rain. I hadn't intended to do any filming today, but I hadn't intended to be going out foraging, but my husband's got a virus. He's got a horrible kind of coldy virus, and it's lovely to go out into the wild and pick herbs for someone when they're ill. Feels like a very natural thing to do, going out and specifically choosing and bringing them back. And I found that my camera was in the car. I didn't think it was. So you're coming along, and when I set off it was cloudy but not raining, but pouring with rain now, so come along with me and we'll see what we can find for my husband. We'll find plenty of rain. Would you look at this tenacious dandelion? There's a couple of them growing on the bank there. I can't get any closer or I'll fall into the ditch, although that would be good viewing, wouldn't it? Have I talked about dandelion in the last video? The leaves are wonderful to eat. Put them in your salads. Lots of nutrients in there, very nutritious. But obviously the leaves are very well known as being a diuretic. I'll definitely do a dandelion video. We'll dig up the roots and talk about the roots. So the leaves as diuretic, as you know, they're a particularly holistic, good diuretic, because unlike orthodox ones which flush the body out of potassium, all the potassium leaves with the water, dandelion leaves have got loads of potassium in them, so they replace any that's lost. So they're the perfect diuretic. And the roots, of course, are excellently better, as are the leaves. So that's a great liver herb. But I'll talk to you more about dandelion in a separate video. But my husband could definitely do with some little dandelion leaves to have with his lunch as a nutritive, so I'll find some smaller ones. Beautiful dandelions, and it's very appropriate to be talking about diuretics with my lovely Scottish rain. Water, water everywhere. I found a lovely violet growing away on the bank. It's not our medicinal Viola odorata, unfortunately. I can tell it's not because it doesn't have a scent and it's not quite as vibrant in colour with the purple. So it'll be a dog violet, I think. If you find sweet violet, Viola odorata, that's an excellent cough remedy and expectorant. It's also a lovely skin herb, being diuretic and anti-inflammatory, an alterative. And like this violet, sweet violet sort of hides away. You have to look for it. Likes to grow behind other plants, and if you've got someone, a patient who is a bit like that with life, you know, they hide away, they've got awful anxiety, maybe they're not very social, and their anxiety really exacerbates a skin condition like eczema. I always think of sweet violet for that. Yeah, sweet violet has a lovely smell, which disappears after a while you're smelling it, then comes back again because of a chemical in it which damps your sense of smell. So they used to use it, they used to strew with it. I love herb strewing. And they'd strew with it in like big houses and churches to disguise the smell of damp and mould. They were clever because not only would it smell nice, but it would also dull the sense of smell. But that's a lovely violet, but I found growing by the stream, or the burn as we call it up here, comfrey, the lovely symphytum. Immediately I would remind you that it's a herb with pyrrolizidine alkaloids, so you'd follow the guidelines for herbs which contain that alkaloid. It's a lovely demulcent, so if someone's got a terrible cough, as a soothing mucilaginous expectorant, it can be very useful. I've just got the leaves at the moment, there's more here. I like using the leaves externally. You can make a nice paste with, I like using aloe vera gel, or you could use some nice honey and pop it on. I like sores and hacks that are really hard to heal. It really, really helps heal the hard to heal. And of course we know its history as an agent to knit bones together. So lovely comfrey. Lots of it. Oh look, this one's ready to flower. Let's have a look at those flowers. Where are they? There you are. Beautiful droopy things. And they're enjoying the rain. I'm not really. I have to talk to you about this lovely plant, an edible Jack by the hedge, although this Jack is in the hedge. My daughter loves picking this. You can eat it, put it in salads, and it's got a milder flavour than wild garlic, but it's similar and it's nice and bitter, and we all need to be eating more bitter tasting food. Yeah, my little girl loves to pick this, and it's lovely, great to add to your diet. And growing all around it is a herb which I'll pick for my husband. Cleavers, Galium aperine, talked about it in the previous video. A wonderful lymphatic and just what you need when you're fighting off a virus. There's a lovely blanket of it growing here. And I would pick some nettles for him as well. Lovely nutritive clearing herb for when you're not feeling well. Beautiful. 2 herbs I can pick for him. And of course I couldn't ignore the hawthorn that's growing. Crataegus. Have to add a herb for the heart when you're making something for someone you love. You'll get a few leaves of that. This is definitely a herb for another longer video, so we can discuss its amazing therapeutics. Look at the buds and the leaves. You call that bread and butter, and you can eat those as well. They'll be in bloom soon up here. Everything happens a little later in Scotland, so we just have to be a bit more patient as herbalists. But this will be beautiful when all the blooms are out. Hawthorn. Don't want to scare it away, but there's a little bird hiding in the hawthorn who's been watching me while I was talking about Jack by the hedge and cleavers and hawthorn. Now it's taking shelter in the hawthorn. Just lovely. Lovely, lovely. I would love to join it in there. There you are. Oh, you're singing to me. Thank you. Shelter from the rain. I just wanted to show you how beautiful is it when you're walking along. Look, there's the hawthorn, the nettles and the cleavers, and this is a track that's used as part of a bigger walk up onto the hill there. That hill's very special to our family actually. And you walk past, people walk past and they have no idea the amazing medicines they're walking by. Lovely hawthorn, cleavers and nettle, and the hawthorn is providing shelter for the wildlife. It's just lovely to take a moment to notice things like this on a walk. And look, it's good that I stopped because some open blooms. There's the May. Beautiful. Lovely. I'm glad I stopped again. Thank you, little bird. Hawthorn flowers. Just gorgeous. So hooray, because I finally found the herb which I was really hoping to find, and that's some gorgeous plantain. Again, I'm going to kind of hop across a ditch, not fall in. Hello, Plantago. Or do you say Plantago? Plantago, Plantago. Tomato, tomato. It's a beautiful demulcent. Lots of mucilage in there. It's an astringent. It dries up the mucous membrane, so it's really useful when there's lots of snot. And my husband will be very grateful for that, as will I, because we all know someone who's snotty does a lot of snoring, bless him. And also it's an expectorant, so it helps. Not only does it sort of help mop up the secretions, it will also help you bring them up and out. Yes, this is just what I was looking for. Hooray. Oh, and look, someone else is making use of the plantain. Can you see? A little snail. Everyone's enjoying the plants today. So there we go, our very useful plantain. I'm just about to harvest some nettles. And look, another snail. I'll try and get in closer. He's got an amazing shell like his friend up there on the plantain. Look at that. Enjoying the rain. See, it's just lovely when you stop. When you're foraging for herbs, you end up seeing so much else. Lovely. I'd just stopped to admire this tree. Look at that. How's that for a hiding place for someone tiny? And when I looked down, I found the fantastic Tussilago farfara. coltsfoot. It's the leaves here. The flowers have already come up. They come up first. Look, that one's gone to seed, but it's all bedraggled in the rain. And the leaf looks like a hoof, hence coltsfoot. It's a lovely, soothing, but very effective expectorant. Great when you've got a cough which you need to sort out gently. And remember, it's one of our pyrrolizidine alkaloid herbs, so not for long-term use really, but you won't need it long-term because it's such an effective cough remedy. It'll just help bring it all up and out, soothe the lungs as it goes, and it'll work very nicely with my plantain for my husband. So I'll stand back up. I'm going to head back to the car. Sort of, we picked him. I just picked him some coltsfoot before I filmed. Some lovely cleavers and nettles to help his immune system, help bring down his swollen glands. He's going to probably eat the jack by the hedge and the lovely dandelion leaves, and the hawthorn will do him good. And I would imagine he's going to gargle with the comfrey. He finds that very soothing on a sore throat. Sorry, I'm just looking at the lovely white and bluebells. Aren't they beautiful? And plantain is what I really wanted, because he really reacts very well to plantain. It helps him a lot when he's got a virus and a cold. So thanks for coming along on this impromptu herb walk, and I'll leave you with that lovely path and the rain.